Welcome back to Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. The beginning of an act is always a little bit jarring. It's like switching gears in a manual car. You've got really this moment of lurching as things start to shift around and new things move into place. You have to set up the premise of the new act, what the facts are, where it's going, but at the same time, you have to manage the fact that you have completely shifted gears and your emotions are all kind of screwed up. Your tension is all screwed up, so you have to get all of that flowing again nice and smooth. Let's take a look at how Bloom and Rage did it. The last act ended with us four becoming blood sisters, and then there were some intermission scenes like Nora's introduction. This is one of the things that framing devices are useful for because you can interrupt the story without having to actually interrupt the story. You just cut to the framing device for a bit. Once we come back into the story, one of the first things that happens is we establish the premise for the next act. This is an act that will end with our concert. Hooray! But an ending is not a story, just like a destination is not a trip, so we have to actually get there. And right now, all of our stuff is screwed up. Our tension is screwed up, our emotions are screwed up, everything is wobbly and flat because the act just changed. So, in order to bring that under control, the writers throw in a couple of scenes here, specifically to get the player back into gear. The intermission scene introducing Nora was all about changing gears. It essentially told us that that phase of the story was over. These scenes are all about getting back into gear. You can think of them as the low RPM moments where you're starting to get the engine running again. It starts, of course, with a cutaway to 2023. This is as slow as you could possibly go, which might make it seem like it's a good idea because you're trying to get started from basically nothing, right? There are other ways to do slow scenes. I don't particularly like this scene. It is too slow for my taste, but it does let you back into the game nice and easy. This future scene includes a free roaming section with Pam and talking to people and looking around a bar, so it is very much a self-directed, zero speed, zero pressure section intended to let us back in on the ground floor. Once we have our footing, we cut back to 1995, where we have moved on into our room, officially ending the Blood Sisters scene and moving into the doldrums of daily life. The goal for this act is to end in a concert, so obviously when we lead up to the concert, we need to start with a life that is as far from being a concert as possible. So here we are, alone in our room, gloomily packing up our things and reminiscing. This scene features about 5 minutes of staple play to reintroduce us to the fact that this game does have gameplay. None of the scenes at the end of the first act really had any, so we're being reintroduced to the concept here. This is an extremely linear scene, an extremely contained scene. There are things to take pictures of, and that's about it. It can go on for quite a while because there is a lot of chatter that can happen. The whole point of this scene is to establish that we are kind of in the doldrums. We don't really have anything to do, we're not happy at home, and we're not happy we're moving, so we're kind of up shit creek. But maybe something interesting will happen once we're done with all of this. We'll go out and live our vibrant life in the woods.
I remember we'd always meet up at Fawn's Curse in the afternoon.
Wow. I forgot about that place. Remember our campfires on the shore?
The scene in our room was effectively an establishing shot of our life, and then here we're moving into the part of our life that is more interesting and vibrant and fun for us. Every scene has a point. The point of the last scene was, we're done, we can leave, we can go see our friends. Here we are seeing our friends, and we're getting to hash over the fact that having friends is fun. The goal of this scene is to give the dreams of the girls more power. Specifically, give Kat more power over those dreams, give her more influence. Her dream is to win this poetry contest with the song she wrote for us, proving that her song has merit and is good and valuable. And if she wins, what luck! 4 tickets to her favorite band. How coincidental. Since the point of the scene is a dream worth chasing, the rest of the scene establishes that they have daily lives that they want to exceed, they want to grow out of, and that works really well. The bikini kill contest is actually brought up in the middle of the scene because the contest itself is not the beating heart, it's the ending of the scene that's the beating heart, which is we for sure have to go together away from this place as a group of 4 by the end of this year. We don't have a whole lot of time. Let's go do something together. It's going to be great. Of course, from a character perspective, obviously Kat wants to do as much as she can before the end of the year with her 3 best friends. But it also makes sense from an establishing perspective. We're making absolutely sure that the player understands that Kat's song matters to her, Kat's time with us matters to her, and the rest of the girls are excited. The rest of the girls want to be involved, and they make plans as well. And those plans can't include Kat, and Kat knows it.
Oh, maybe we can all go together someday.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It's Act 2, so you can guess how well this is all going to turn out.